Hey, do you remember when I brought voice acting legend Tara Strong into the green room to talk about keeping snakes? If you haven't seen that, it's right up here. But that video was supposed to be an episode of introducing people to snakes who are afraid of snakes, because Tara used to be afraid of snakes. And we talked about doing a video for a while, and by the time she got here, she wasn't afraid of snakes anymore. So we shot something else. It was a really fun video. And after we were done shooting, Tara said, "I'll find you somebody who's afraid of snakes." And she started texting. And by the end of the day, another voiceover legend was booked to come into the green room and try to get over her fear of snakes. Now, this episode of Introducing People to Snakes is a little bit different than past episodes because I've always brought in friends who I already know into the green room and they already trust me. And in this case, Gray and I will be meeting for the first time. So I hope she trusts me enough to not just start throwing snakes on her, because I would never do that. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, Gray DeLisle, who also is credited sometimes as Gray Griffin, is Azula in Avatar. She's Martin on The Simpsons. She's played Catwoman, Wonder Woman, Betty Rubble, Jane Jetson. She plays my first childhood crush, Daphne on Scooby-Doo. So it was a different voice back then, but you never lose your first childhood crush, right? So that's pretty cool. Anyway, she's Vicky from The Fairly Odd Parents. She's Mandy on The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. She's worked with my good friend Martin Olson on Adventure Time. That's his show. I'm trying to get Martin in here too. But anyway, she plays the Ice Queen and a bunch of other voices on Adventure Time. She's basically all the characters on this card and more. Wait, did I also mention that she's a Grammy Winning Singer Songwriter? Yeah, no big deal. And she's going to be here in like an hour. And hopefully we can get her over her fear of snakes. I'm excited. Gray.
Hi.
It's so nice to meet you. It's so cool that you're here.
I almost canceled.
I know. You told me that. I'm so glad you didn't. Because so here, usually when I bring somebody in, I know them already and I kind of gauge their level of fear.
Yeah.
And I usually don't bring someone in who has a phobia of snakes. And though, like, a phobia to me is someone who...
phobia. It's not like we're like on those old talk shows where they're like, and now they would always bring things and the lady would go screaming and run backstage. I'm not that bad.
Right. And because there are people who can't even look at a photo of snakes.
Yeah, no, I know where they're like... And
I assume you would have said no immediately.
No. Yeah. But I did yell at myself all the way over here going, why do you say yes to Tara? She's a stinker.
She is a stinker. And let me ask you this. Let's go on another subject really quick.
Yeah.
You can have as you know, you can have a 2-minute conversation with her and she'll jump into 5 voices.
Yes.
Do you do that too?
I don't do that. No, I don't do that. I can on demand, but jeepers, there's going to be these creepy snakes here. I hope it's a mystery how I got here.
That's good. Oh, I love it. I love it. Right into Daphne.
Twerp, gotta bet you twerp. I turn it on for public appearances, but at home, like if I ever did a voice, they'd be like, "What are you doing?" You know.
I'm the same way, and I don't. I've done a little bit of voice work, but not nearly to your level. But it's kind of like being a comedian, and you do stand up also, right?
Yeah, people like tell me a joke, and it's like, no, we're not doing that.
No, we're not gonna. Yeah, right. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to the snake subject.
Okay.
On a level of 1 to 10, if you're going to gauge it, 10 being you can't even look at a photo of snakes. 1 being you're not scared at all.
6.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Your fear of snakes, does it come from an event that happened when you were a child or just...
I'm afraid of a lot of animals. Like I was afraid of dogs before I had one because I was chased by dogs. Okay. I'm definitely afraid of horses. People want to get me on a horse like you wouldn't believe. They
very big animals.
Really want me to get on a horse. I don't like to be out of control. And I think that might be part of it. I don't like feeling like I'm not in control.
I get it.
So maybe it's just the unpredictability.
Yeah. Have you ever done this on the Disney lot? Have you ever gone down to the underground and gotten nuts out of the machine and then taken them and hand fed the squirrels?
No.
On the Disney lot?
I didn't even know you could do that.
They will come up to you and you can hand feed them.
Oh my gosh, the little Chip and Dales.
Yeah, the little
kind of. Yeah, I know those are chipmunks.
Of course on the Disney lot they'll do that. Yeah. But I could see someone being afraid because you don't know really what that squirrel's going to do. I'm confident that they're going to take the nut out of my hand and then run. But they could also just go, bah!
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think that for animals in general, if you don't know that animal, you don't know what it's going to do. Like if you're holding a snake, you don't know if it's going to just jump in your face and attack you, which is not something
or charm
they
you
do.
by going, I'm just want to give you a hug.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah. So that's a thing.
Yeah.
They do charm you by hugging you, but the constrictor thing, and I have all constrictors.
Yeah.
But they do that to their prey.
I think I saw the Jungle Book too many times.
Yeah,
too.
probably.
Good old Sterling Holloway, that voice.
But yeah.
Yes.
What a great voice that was.
I know. It's weird because I remember when I was little, I was like, why is Winnie the Pooh evil? Because it's the same exact voice he used
that's
for
right.
Winnie the Pooh and the snake.
It is.
And
oh my
somehow
gosh.
just putting in a snake made it evil. That's why I'm afraid of snakes.
I never realized that.
Yeah.
I got to go back and watch both of those voices again.
I can't do it, but you got to have Jim Cummings on the show. I can't do the voice.
I know.
But yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So a lot of people believe that a snake will, if they're trying to fight you, like they're being defensive, that they'll wrap around your neck and try to choke you and kill you. But what I tell them is that snakes don't understand human anatomy. Okay. They don't know what a neck is. They also don't do that if they were trying to get away from you. If I had wild snakes in here that weren't socialized, they would strike and then run. They're trying to strike and get out of here. Yeah. Because they're so much smaller than you. We're their predator. Okay. They see us as predators. We're a big giant monkey. They know that they're going to lose the fight every time. Right? Let's try this. I have, I have multiple species of python in here. And one of the species that I have is very rare to have as a pet. Okay. It's called a pygmy python. They're the smallest python in the world. Okay. She's like the size of a worm. Okay. Would that be more comfortable than bringing out a snake the size of Handsome Dan? Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Let's try that. Okay. So this is Pip.
Oh.
And
is it Pip and a Squeak?
Okay, yes. Her future boyfriend's name is going to be Squeak.
Oh.
So she lives in this little jewelry box. It's her favorite spot to hide. My God. I didn't even look in there first. I just knew that she would be in there.
Oh my gosh, she's so precious.
Right? So
Has she ever bitten anybody?
No, never. And she also doesn't ever get afraid. She doesn't know she's small.
Oh.
She's just totally fine with anything. So let's go back in front of the camera. Okay. So, I know you guys want to see close-ups of Pip. So
just a little tiny baby girl. I do talk to
I want to compare the voices you give to my snakes to the voices Tara gave to my snakes.
That'll be, I don't want to, I'm very non-competitive, especially with Tara. She's going to win.
Do you want to try?
Yeah, okay. But should I just put my hands like this?
Yep, just like that. So she's just tiny and she'll just sit in your hands. And we'll talk about how other snakes go.
Oh my goodness. Her little eyes are little copper eyes.
I know, they're orange, right?
Is that what, is she,
she'll never bite. She's never going to open her mouth.
Okay. Is she smelling me? Is that what she's doing with her tongue?
Yeah, the tongue flicks that's their main sense. That works better in figuring out their world than visual everything. Oh. So that tongue comes out.
Her little tail's, okay. She's really hugging me on the bottom there.
Yeah, they do that because she knows that she's off the ground, so she wants to hang on to something. And if she was nervous or scared or something, she would kind of tense up. Okay. And she's not really tense. She's just trying to figure out, she knows that she knows me. Okay. So she knows when she's in my hands. She knows
your voice. Yeah, she's just all quiet and she's like totally still now.
Yeah, she's just chilling.
She got her little spot. So now she is hugging. She's like squeezing my hand a little.
Yeah, I did that to just get her to move a little bit.
Oh, okay. Oh, it feels weird, but she's going on my hand. It feels weird with her moving on my hand.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, don't fall off, Pip. She knows you better, so she's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so this happens with my snake. When I hand a snake to somebody else, they're kind of like babies, where they go, where a baby will look for their mom. Yeah, 'cause they're kind of not comfortable.
Yeah,
but they never feel threatened because these snakes have never had a bad experience with a human.
Oh, yeah.
And they know humans enough that they're like, okay, I don't need to fight this thing. It's not going to hurt me.
Yeah.
All right, can we go a little bit bigger?
Yeah.
Okay, there goes Pip, everybody.
Bye, Pip. Goodbye, Pip. You little Pippi Longstocking.
How great was Pippi Longstocking? This is a Bredl's python. They're also a python from Australia. So he's quite a bit bigger than Pip, right?
Yeah.
But Pip is 2.5 years old, I think, and he's 5 or 6 months.
5 or 6 months?
Yeah.
So you just got him?
I just got him recently.
Where do you get him?
He came from a breeder in Spokane, Washington, where I'm originally from. That's where Nick Mutton is, you guys. Spokane.
He's much more adventurous than Pip. He's really like he's
he'll move a lot more.
Especially for a baby. He's like, what the heck? He's just like bold.
Yeah.
You know what I keep thinking about? Those little articulated carved things. It feels like that. You know when you hold the little those little things that are carved and you hold them and they go woo, they're like snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does kind of feel like that.
Feel like
so I'm just letting him crawl onto my hand so you can feel what that feels like when he crawls off of yours.
He's smoother than, or I don't know, he feels different than her.
Well, he's very different than Pip because
he's kind of velvety feeling instead of her.
Sure, yeah. He's looking to like hang on to Pip hung on to you also, but she's more of a ground snake that's just going to sit on the ground and curl up. He's going to be really happy like this. Watch this. Just let him hang on to your hand. He'll hang on to it himself.
Yeah, he did. He just wrapped his little tail around.
He also has never bitten in his life. I don't think he knows how to defend himself if he got scared, but he's just fine.
Hi.
So watch this.
Oh, I thought that was a little.
It's a coat rack, but
that's what I thought.
But I use it as a snake tree.
Of course.
So if you show him this,
look at the tree.
He'll sort of climb onto it.
Where is the tree?
His name is Koa, by the way.
Koa. He's wrapping himself.
Yeah, he's
trying to.
No.
Okay.
No, he's just trying to figure out his
I'm trying to
surroundings.
Show him like
he hasn't found this yet.
Oh, okay.
It takes him a minute. They're not like a mammal where they figure things out right away that's in front of them. They have to tongue flick and go, oh, I think I remember that. Oh yeah, I think I know what that is.
There he goes.
And then
he's so strong.
Yeah.
He's really strong at 5 months old.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They crawl out of the egg ready to go. They don't really have parental. They just go. And so they have to acquire their food. They got to be able to strike and wrap and be strong enough to subdue a little tiny prey, whatever they're eating out there, Oh. There he goes. So now he'll just hang out on that for a little bit.
What's he doing?
He's pretty cute though, right?
Yeah, he is. He's got little, looks like a little Halloween mask. Or are those his teeth?
No.
Oh, okay.
Those are, you know what's funny? Tara said the same thing because Tara has a python that is...
She has a snake?
Tara has 3 now.
Oh
because Willie got...
Oh my God. I saw him on... Willie was showing us a bearded dragon or something today, like online. I don't know.
He just posted that yesterday. Yeah. So, but he also shows the snakes on there. They have 3 snakes now. And one of them is very closely related to this snake. Okay. They have the same head structure and it's full grown. So it's big.
Gosh,
and Tara was saying that it's intimidating to her because it looks like skeleton teeth. But what that is heat sensing pits.
Oh.
So they're not teeth at all. They're just, they can see like infrared. So they can be sitting along a trail waiting for something warm to come by in the middle of the dark and they can see that stuff. All right, let's go a little bit bigger.
How often do you take them all out every day and let them, or is it?
I don't take all of them out every day, but I have some species that like to come out.
Yeah.
And certain individuals that like to come out. And if they're big enough, they can just roam around in here if they're big enough to do that. So I usually have a couple out. I have 2 right now in another room that are just roaming.
Are they all venomous?
None of them are venomous.
None of them. Okay.
0 are venomous. Okay. I should have said that.
Okay, good. That would have
in the beginning. I should have said that in the beginning. Because people usually ask that if it's a concern. They go, "Do you have any venomous snakes?"
Yeah.
So that's really important.
I probably should have asked that.
Here's an important thing to know. There are only a small handful of snakes in the world that are venomous compared to the number of snakes total in the world. So, and people who keep snakes generally don't keep venomous snakes, especially in California. There are people who keep rattlesnakes, but it's very uncommon, to run into somebody that's like, I got a rattlesnake in my house. So none of these snakes, even if they did bite you, number one, it doesn't hurt, which is weird. And it's totally harmless. So it's much worse to get bit or scratched by a cat or a bird or a hamster. Hamster bites really hurt.
Yeah, I know. My daughter does.
Yeah, it really hurts. Snakes, it's nothing. But these guys are socialized anyway.
Okay, well he's cute and she was cute. Oh my gosh, he's beautiful.
And his name is Han.
Han, like Han Solo?
Like Han Solo because
he's by himself?
He was by himself. Usually they have 5 to 8 siblings. They have, a clutch of eggs is around 6 or 8. And There was only one good egg in the clutch, and so I put it in the incubator all by itself, and I thought it's probably not going to hatch, but Han hatched out.
I played Padme Amidala on the original Clone Wars, and I played Asajj Ventress, and I played Maz Kanata. Where's my Wookiee?
So you know Mark Hamill also.
I do, yes. He's
So
one of the nicest people in the entire... He's really looking...
He's checking you out?
Okay. He's one of the sweetest... Like I always say, like the bigger the celebrity, usually the sweeter they are. The more mid-celebrity, the more you're like, who does this person think they are?
I know. I totally agree with that. Yeah. Yeah.
If I move, like, are they worried about like sudden movement?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Because I kind of like made a joke, and he was like,
they're movement oriented, and he used to be super nervous, like he never came out of a ball, and now he's
now you're having a ball.
He's doing really well. Like he's checking you out. He knows that you're a new thing, a new person, or a new whatever he thinks you are. So I'm going to put him in your hand. Is that cool?
Yeah.
He also has never bitten in his entire life. Doesn't know how to.
How old is he? Oh, he feels cute and chubby.
Yeah.
Oh.
I bet he's like 6 months now. I'd have to look at the records.
There's still a lot of babies.
Yeah. He's like 6 or 7 months. So he'll just kind of move around.
Okay. Hi.
He's a very sweet little guy.
Oh, you're just...
How do you feel about this?
He's bigger.
Yeah.
And he, like, it's like if he came, like the other ones didn't try to like get, I'm just afraid that he's going to try to get toward my face or something.
Well, here's another thing that you should know about pythons. They move about this fast.
Oh, okay.
They can move super fast if they're striking their food.
Okay.
But otherwise, this is how fast they move. So there's not going to be a situation where he just jumps into your face.
Okay. He tickles. He's really looking around. You like to be under my arm, dear boo-boo?
So it's pretty common when I'm holding my snakes that they slowly cruise all around, right into my face. They'll tongue flick on my eyelashes, which tickles.
God.
But I don't ever have any concern that they're going to like just all of a sudden strike me.
Yeah, okay.
Know your snakes, because some species might strike you. Don't do that with everybody.
You strike me as the kind of snake who would bite my face.
Right. So, but I know my snakes really well, so...
His little chubbiness is cute, though. And how big will he get?
Well, let me show you his mom.
Okay.
And then...
he wants to come back to me.
Yeah, you can yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay. I think I was too loud for him.
He couldn't hear it. When you were squealing like that, he couldn't hear that.
Oh, okay.
He can hear me talking. He can probably hear you just talking normal, too.
I'm not impressed by your voices or whatever. Maybe, so.
Oh, Molly's in shed. I don't want to bring her out when she's in shed.
Oh, that's
let me bring his dad out. I'll bring his dad out. So his dad's an adult.
Oh,
my buddy.
God. He's huge.
Hey, real fast, before I show an adult ball python to Gray, let's just acknowledge the horde of keepers, and I'll tell you about a couple things real quick. First of all, this is Evie, who has not been on the channel lately. She used to be on the channel quite a bit more as a baby, but she has a clutch in the incubator right now, which I'm very excited about. It's going to be sunset clown combinations, het clown combinations with vanilla and cinnamon. It's going to be cool. But this episode that you're watching right now with Gray, we shot this a couple months ago. It's been a long time since we actually shot it. It's just coming out now. But I was thinking this should just be like showing celebrities snakes. We've had Tara Strong on, we've had Gray, we've had celebrities within the voiceover world. We had Dave Kaufman over. He's a celebrity within the reptile YouTube world. And I was thinking it should just be celebrities from now on. I'm just kidding. But if you know a celebrity, because I don't have access to all the celebrities, if you know a celebrity, let's get them in the green room. I have my neighbor, who I'm really good friends with, and I do movie nights over at their house, and I go to dinner at their house and stuff. She has never been over here because she's terrified of snakes, but she has just now agreed to come in and let me help her get over her fear of snakes and film it. So that's going to be a fun introducing people to snakes episode. Non-celebrity, but it'll be a fun one. And I think that's it, you guys, for what I want to say. Anyway, thanks again to the horde of keepers who are keeping this channel going. Appreciate them. And special thanks to our channel sponsors, Black Box Cages, Lane Labs, The Royals Project, and Rare Genetics RGI, who's going to get all the sheds from this clutch because we're going to have a lot of hets that we need to figure out. And I'll give you guys results on that. So anyway, let's get back to showing Gray some of these bigger snakes.
So this guy's really sweet too. This is Captain Farrell.
Captain Farrell.
And
does he know he's his son? Oh my God! Have they ever met?
No.
Look what you did.
They've never met.
You met. He's like, I thought that I only had that one egg. Oh my God.
He didn't even know he had an egg going.
You had an egg. Oh. He's going down. What is that?
No, he's good.
Okay.
He's doing fine. He's just checking stuff out.
Oh.
He's just reaching his neck around. So this is a male. This is probably about how big he'll get.
Oh, yeah.
And snakes grow their whole lives, but after about 5 years for ball pythons, they slow way down.
Oh.
So Captain Farrell could potentially live to be 30 plus years, but he's going to grow very slowly.
Okay, let me pet him. But that's my timer's going. I set my timer because I have to get back to Pasadena to get my kids by 3.
By
3:30, sorry. So I set the alarm for 3. He is a little face guy. Hi, you're getting on my face. I like you though. I feel good. This has been like, I'm not gonna get one.
Right.
Like Tara.
But having a little bit.
Willie was the gateway drug for Tara. Like
Willie was totally the gateway drug.
Okay.
Willie got a snake.
The things we do for love.
So Willie got an all white snake for a baby ball python that's all white because Tara said that was kind of cute.
Oh.
And so he just bought one. And she's like, "Oh my God, we have a snake? I don't like snakes." And then we all went to a reptile show recently, and Willie bought 2 more snakes.
Oh my God.
One is an adult.
Okay.
So
I like him very much, and I love Tara, and I'm so glad
they're both the best, right?
That she brought me, that she got me to do this, because I feel like I would, but it's good to know I don't have to be afraid unless it's a rattler on the trail.
Right.
And
even a rattlesnake isn't looking to bite you.
Yeah. They're just like, I told you to get away. I have my maraca.
Yeah.
And you didn't listen.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Okay.
You've got to go.
Yeah.
Get your kids.
So I'm just lying. It's like, okay, I'm done now.
So no, I get it. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you Kata before we sign off, or as we sign off, because Kata is a super sweet snake. She's all white, and she's about as big as a ball python will get.
Oh my God!
So now we're going big times.
She's very pretty.
Right. This is the baby version of this is what Tara was like.
Oh my gosh! So that's when. Oh wow!
Oh, I'm really impressed that you just go for it. So now move your hand right about here.
Okay.
So the thickest part of their body on both sides you're supporting.
Heavy.
Yeah. Heavy girl.
Hi, baby. She's like, you're heavy. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty.
You're doing so well.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a phobia. I think it was just the non wow, she's like, your arms are going here now.
It's
the not just unfamiliar.
It was a fear, but not a phobia.
Yes.
Right?
She's
so Kata,
look at her little muscles on her head.
I know, right?
Wow.
She's got a really chunky head.
She's like, you guys are full of compliments today. Oh wow, I just can't believe how heavy she is.
Yeah.
Oh, little girl. Oh, those are those little pits, but like up close, I see now.
Yeah. She's
like, hey, don't touch my pits.
Yeah. They're head shy, so if I touch the top of her head, she'll jerk back really fast. But again, she would never bite. She's never in her life bitten. She never would.
Was she yellow at one time, or
she had sort of a brighter yellow stripe across the top of her back, and you can still kind of see it. You guys can't see it on camera. Sorry. You're doing so well. And now I feel like when you go to Tara and Willie's, you can see their snakes.
Yeah.
Which are also lovely snakes that would never bite.
She's always inviting me out there, but I'm in LA, like anything that's more than 25 minutes from my house, I'm like, bye.
I know. Let's go out there. We'll go out. We'll make a trip.
Okay. Can they feel like if I tickle her, like if I go like that, does that bother her? Can she feel it?
She definitely can feel it, and she is tolerant of it.
Because my kids don't like it when I like rub their arm. Like,
really?
they're like, oh, Mom.
Well, kids are different. Snakes, when they're not socialized, they get nervous about it because if somebody does this, if something does this, that's an attack. Like there's no,
it's like a jaw.
Yeah, these are pretty solitary animals.
But she knows you. She's like, Dad.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, right, exactly. But so you see this, if I touch her head, she kind of moves away.
All ladies don't like to be touched on the top of the head.
Really? Is that the thing?
It's rude.
Gray, you did so well.
This was fun.
Thanks for coming over and doing this.
Thanks, everybody.
I want you to come back so you can meet some other snakes. I have lots of them.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, you guys.
Thank you.
See you next week.